hopefully you can all hear me. A short little video today, just a quick one, just to check in. I thought I'd do a little 5 things I do not like about this here bike. Now these 5 things are just my opinion. It's not like what I might not like, you might like, you know. We might have differences of opinions, but let's get to it. The very first thing that's a pain in the butt, and I think everyone will agree with me, is the tank. I knew what I was getting when I went into this. I knew it was going to be a small tank and I'd fill up often. Now for me, I can live with it, because for what I use the bike for, it's fine. Because I've mainly got this bike for commuting to work and back. Probably not the most practical, I know, I agree, but I wanted it. I wanted a Harley, so the inevitable happened and I got one. So yeah, the fuel tank's number 1. Now I put the fuel tank number 1 because in my opinion, like, it's the biggest problem with the bike. Yes, you only get like anywhere from, like, I don't know, 70 to 85 mile range in one tank. I can live with that, that's okay, that's cool. Jesus, that's a bird trying to kill me. Secondly is the petrol cap. This bike, and I think it goes for all Sportsters, doesn't come with a fuel gauge. It just comes with a fuel light. So you're never really too sure on how empty your tank really is. You have to go from resetting your trip computer every time you go to the petrol station. Zero it and you average, well, I average about 85 to 89 miles in one tank. But yeah, I mean, you can get an aftermarket fuel cap that has like a gauge on it, so you can see what fuel you've got. But it's like a, I don't know, somewhere like 250 to 300 pound optional. And 200 to 300 pound was not worth it to me. Would be super useful, but not for that price. So yeah, the 5 things, 2 of them are just the tank. Number 3, and this is going like this is going to be on the list for pros and cons about this bike. There is a ridiculous amount of aftermarket parts you can get for these bikes, which is great. What's not great is how much things cost. Things cost a lot when you start looking at modding your bike. You can pick up a few things on Amazon for cheap, but it's made cheap, you know? It's cheap for a reason. You look at anything, like exhausts go from anywhere, well, for a full exhaust kit, it's like anywhere from 500 to 1200. In my opinion, not so cheap. Even if you look at a sissy bar, you're talking like 100 to 300, around there. Handlebars are quite cheap, well, some of them. You can pick up different handlebars for about £100, but you can also pick up handlebars that are like £400. So you can get cheap things, but yeah, it's cheap for a reason. Normally you buy cheap, you buy twice, you know. So there you go. Number 3, things are expensive. Number 4, insurance. Insurance is expensive. Unless you've got loads of experience, then it's okay. But if you haven't, you're going to be paying out the nose for one of these things. My car insurance is about the same price as this bike, and I drive a 4 Series BM. So that says something. And number 5 is quite an obvious one to anyone looking at buying a Harley. The exhaust. Now I understand the exhaust is quiet because it has to be to pass emission tests and stuff like that, to pass health and safety checks. I understand that, but if you don't upgrade your exhaust, you get every single Harley owner or fanboy you meet asking you, oh, you've still got the stuck exhaust, when are you going to change that? That happens everywhere I go. Even people that don't own a Harley comment on when are you going to change your exhaust. And obviously I am going to do it. I have the money now to do it. I just really don't know what I want. I don't know if I want to go 2 into 2 or 2 into 1. That would be the horn in, not the indicator. That's the second time that horn's been used. Hopefully you notice a difference in sound quality in this video. I ordered a chin curtain for my helmet because I was just getting, that last video I made just annoyed me. All the wind noise got on my nerves. So I finally ordered the chin skirt, and I had to order it from, I think it was Netherlands. So that took a few days to come in. And I was a bit reluctant to make a video until that came in because of how much the other video was annoying me. So fingers crossed this was better. I'm going to have to start getting creative with the video soon because weather in England has gone back to normal, which means you never know what it's going to do. Woke up this morning, looked like it was going to rain all day. Halfway through the day, it got warmer, but I can pretty much put money on it that I'm going to get wet later today going home. Anyway, that was the 5 things I do not like about this bike. Next video, 5 things I do like about this bike. Oh, and by the way, just because I made a video saying 5 things I don't like about the bike does not mean I don't like the bike. I really like this bike. This bike does pretty much everything I wanted it to do, apart from telling me how much fuel I've got. It's a nice bike, it's light, you can flick it around corners, it's got enough torque, it's quick enough on a motorway. It does everything well. I'm really impressed with the 48 so far. I've had it, what, 2 months now? About 2 months. It's done its first 1,000-mile service. It's got about 1,500 miles on it now, and yeah, it's great. It's a really good bike. Highly recommend it. This dude in front's doing 15 miles an hour. 15. Anyway guys, thanks for watching. Please like, if you find it in your hearts, subscribe, leave me a comment, I will reply. Oh my god, really? And until the next video, peace.